Hello and welcome to the latest installment in the Guns and Gear video. This is my helmet that I bought a couple weeks ago. The reason I'm barely making a review of it now is because I wanted to make sure I had some experience with it before I actually made a video. So I have used it in-game. And all the in-game videos that are up right now, I'm actually wearing the helmet and the GoPro is attached to it. So I got this from e-bike for roughly $50, but right now it's $70. It's the Emerson Fast Type Tactical Airsoft Helmet PJ style, which means that the night vision mount is going to be in this triangular shape and that the holes are ovals. I'm pretty sure that the other one, I don't know what it's called, this is kind of square and then the holes are more jagged diamond shaped. So these fast helmets are incredibly popular right now, especially the Emerson ones, which you can tell they have the little adjusting knobs in the back which work fantastic. And they have arc rails, the air holes, and the night vision mounts. And this one has the retention things for goggles. And also they sometimes come with Velcro, and this one came with a decent amount of Velcro. So it's advertised as just the helmet, but it comes with extra pads, which I think e-bike mentions. It also comes with a couple of relatively cheaply made accessories for the rails. So it comes in a cardboard box. There's nothing special about it. Pads are attached to one of the things, and you just tear it off. It comes with the accessories, and then this was inside the helmet. So this is a thing telling you how to set it up. So there's a lot of steps involved. You can ignore most of them though and just throw it on if you really want. And this is your warranty card that comes with it. The shell of the helmet is warranted up to 5 years, which is really good. And then all the other little components are warranted up to 1 year. You can pause the video at any point you'd like. And then there's more steps. How to put in the headphones and adjust the straps. It also comes with this catalog, so they can try to sell you more stuff. I don't know why you would need more than one helmet unless you have multiple loadouts. But here are all our helmets. They have a big collection. And then these are the accessories. A lot of accessories for these fast types. I've heard that these are really bad. They're really flimsy. So it comes with 2 extra pads, and then the little accessories bag. Let's just go over what's in here, and I will put them on the helmet one by one as demos. So you get a rail. These things are for goggles, so I'll show you how that works because it's honestly looks pretty confusing when you get it. This is a night vision thing, or I guess you can use it for GoPros. I have no clue what this is. I'm guessing you probably screw in a rail on top of this or something. And then just more goggle mounts. So there's 2 options for goggle mounts. There's a smaller one, oh, just threw it, and then there's a bigger one, and they rotate. So I'll show you how that works. The entire helmet is fully adjustable, and it has a really good chin strap. And the reason I chose this helmet over a lot of the cheaper options is because the chin strap itself has the 2 things like this instead of just one that'll like choke you the whole time. So I really wanted it to fit to my chin and not go below my chin. But sadly, with my Ghost Recon face mask, this just goes on my neck. So yeah, here's the inside of the helmet. See the Emerson logo, the Punisher skull, and then the pads that were pre-fit from the factory to go on there. Sadly, it's got a Made in China sticker. And then the adjustment pad has its own pad with a Velcro. So I'll just go over build quality and then the accessories, and then we're gonna go try it. Well, I'm gonna go try it on and talk about it from there. So the shell is like a hard ABS, maybe a polymer, probably ABS though. And so are the arc rails. Are also a slightly lower quality, but they're not flimsy. They're still good. You could put your GoPros and contours on there just fine, and it's not going to break. I really don't see how you can break it, but it's just not as strong as the shell itself. So the night vision mount is made of aluminum. Screws are steel. This little hook is aluminum. Screws are steel. and that's all the metal on the outside. Those two pads, you could probably put one here if you had a really tiny head, because there's some side Velcro, which is pretty much looks like it's just glued on. So where's their padding? The whole front is very comfortable. It's a lot of padding there. The two in the middle, and then this one for the adjustment, and then this really big one on the back. That's about it. So detail about the padding, I'll just take out these, get a really close look at them. So they have two things of Velcro to stick them in, and then all the other ones they basically have a cushion, and then this like kind of styrofoam looking stuff. So the very front of the helmet is very, very nice. So there's some cushioning, there's some like support here, which is the styrofoam looking stuff, and then there's this what feels like suede. It feels really nice, and it's perfect for the forehead. And then you can see how the plastic part with more suede wrapped around it for the adjustment knob, and then you can see how your strap goes in there. Kind of thin straps. Not sure about the quality just yet. Might need to put it through its paces first. You get to the back where it's like a velcroed on pad with the what feels like suede. I don't know my materials that well. And then the same on the sides. So the front of the helmet is very comfortable. The helmet overall is very lightweight, so while you're wearing it, you almost forget it's there. So it's a pretty good helmet. This thing is all plastic, and this this whole adjustment thing is all plastic, and this is how it moves around. It's a really good system. The design is really well done. Feels a little flimsy on the plastic side. I wouldn't compare it to anything that's made for the military, but it's fantastic for airsoft use. The overall lightweightness of it the overall lightweightness is perfect for playing airsoft. And all the little buckles, they say Emerson on them, so they're quite proud of themselves. Says that here too. So the system is overall pretty complicated. Mine was originally kind of crooked, so what I did was I'd adjust it from where did I do it? Here. See how this one's longer than that one? It came crooked to begin with. Velcro itself, it seems to just be on there with an adhesive, because there's a lot of parts of it that are like kind of jumping out or coming off in the way. And see, like right there, it's no biggie. Kind of fringes a little certain spots, but it's not like you're gonna lose a patch or anything, or like the whole thing will come off, because it won't. So briefly, I'd like to go over that this is removable, so you can change this out with different styles you'd like. So are the arc rails, and pretty much probably everything can be removed from this helmet, so you can do some really crazy stuff with it. Now the arc rails. Let's take a closer look at these. They feature this, which is probably another thing for the goggles, the fast helmets. But they come with a number of accessories, so let's check those out. So this is the first one I'll be showing. This is a tiny little rail. Not sure why there's a screw there. But it is relatively cheap. I mean, don't let these screws with the numbers on it fool you. It's pretty cheap. So how these really work is you just like slide them in there. Yeah, and this little thing is supposed to lock down into these grooves, but really I mean, it did it before, but for some reason it's not doing it now. Yeah, that thing is supposed to lock it down, but it's not doing its job. But it's a really tight fit anyway, so if you're attaching a camera to this, or a flashlight, it's not going to come off. And I have put a flashlight on here before. Then you have this funky looking thing, basically another rail type. This thing is incredibly cheap. Incredibly cheap looking. So this one actually locks into place into the things like that. So it's a really good fit. Next thing is for attaching your goggles, so you don't have to put them around the back, because let me tell you, that gets annoying. Alright, it comes with these, so when you get them, you're just wondering what the hell is this, and then to me, it comes in different pieces, so these are separate. So when you get this part, you're like, what the hell is that? And then for me, I was thinking, what the hell is this? You probably knew it was for goggles though. So you just take them. Actually, I'm not sure if it's like that or like this, but you take this thing. This is the larger size of the two, and this is the smaller size. Just put them in, and it swivels, which is good. So this slides in. Probably put them in the back. And the little locker thing actually doesn't seem to work. I'm going to try it upside down. No, doesn't do anything. So the little locker thing on these, they don't really do shit. I mean, when I first got this helmet, when I threw the rail on there, it worked, but now they just kind of move around. And for the goggles, it's not nearly as tight as the rail. I mean, it is tight, but if you tugged on it really hard or it got snagged, then this might come off, and then your goggles might come off, and then you can get blind man on the field, and people get mad at you. The refs will yell at you and shit. Yeah, this is pretty secure. You don't need to worry about this if you decide to put your goggles in that part. But it is kind of flimsy. The other attachment is this really ugly looking piece of plastic. And what makes it even more uglier is that this side faces the front, and it's got these just terrible... It's got these shiny looking screws on it, which just throws the whole aspect of the thing off badly. This should be in the front. Even then, it's such an ugly looking thing. But it's for night vision, and it's also for GoPros and stuff. It just snaps into place, and then this button releases it. So, alright, so overall, the quality of this thing, what really matters is the durability. And let me tell you, this thing is durable. Alright, so I'm just going to talk about the straps, and then I'll go try it on. So there's 3 points to adjust the straps for your chin. I really like this design. Just threaded. And then for the chin part, it's kind of got a little cushioning on it, kind of suede. The buckles, they don't seem to be that durable. I mean, they can probably take a BB hit, but overall, I can't see these buckles lasting more than 5 years. Rigorous use. If you like to abuse your stuff, these buckles will probably break, but they can probably be replaced, and I'm pretty sure you can buy a whole new chin strap for this helmet anyway. Some parts of it may seem kind of cheap, and I especially do not agree with the $70 price tag. I don't agree with almost all of Airsoft's price tags. I think they're incredibly overpriced, but it's durable and it's really light, and that's really all you need. And I just wanted to point out here that the shell is really thin. Not flimsy thin, but it is thin. So, and while you're wearing this, if you hit your head on stuff, or stuff hits you in the head, like a barrel from another player, which has happened, you don't feel it. I mean, of course you know, but you just don't feel any hard bumps. You hit your head against the wall, you're totally fine. So for head protection, it's good, but not for like riding a bike or actual combat. Alright, so for the sake of making things more interesting, I got on my Airsoft gear. I'm about 5'11", and I have a medium-sized head, not fat or anything. And this is how you adjust the helmet. So you just find that sweet spot. It is just Airsoft, so you don't need to overdo the tightness. Alright. So the helmet is on and it is tight. From here you're going to need some goggles. So I got these. I don't recommend these goggles because they're incredibly high profile. They're just so large. And you're going to want to make sure your strap is pretty far extended because it's got to fit over the helmet itself. And this part's pretty tricky, so you want to do this with the helmet off. And you just have it here. If you have a GoPro, you're going to have a lot of trouble getting your goggles back down. And you got to make sure your strap is about right there where the Velcro is. Otherwise, it could come up because they're, kind of elasticy bands on most goggles. And then your goggles might come off on the field. Then you can bring them down. As you can see, the band came off. So you want to do this with the helmet off, but I'm just making a video here. Alright. Wow, they're fogging. These goggles never fog. Anyway, So this is like a basic setup. I never do this because I don't want to get shot in the face and the goggles. I use a baklava, whatever you want to, however you pronounce the damn thing. And it just makes things more clean, looking more professional. Now, face mask. I actually struggled for about 30 minutes trying to figure out how to put the goggles, the chin strap, and the face mask on all at the same time, and it's relatively simple. You just gotta do, so you just do goggles on helmet, you take it off, put on your mask first, and then the helmet with the goggles, and then you can have all three of your things. So with a face mask like this, the chin strap is, for me, is going underneath the mask. Oh, there we go. So now the whole setup is very tight. So nothing's going to come off, nothing's going to move. And then the goggles come on just pretty much over the... Alright, we're back after some technical difficulties. So this is my Ghost Recon thing. There's a whole video dedicated to this. So almost everyone who buys these helmets, they always do this combination, the goggles and the mesh mask. And it's a really good combination. My whole head just feels like one solid unit. So I really like this helmet. Getting shot in the head, I've been shot in the back of the head at least once I can remember. And I didn't feel it at all. It was more of a sound thing. So I definitely recommend these helmets because they're so lightweight. After you're wearing them for a little while, you just forget it's even there. There's nothing that's poking my head or causing any discomfort at all. It has protection, so you can just, bash your head against the wall and stuff, fall down, get hit with barrels from teammates. And they're super tactical. I mean, you got the rails for the contours, flashlights, and you got the thing for the night vision. You got it for GoPros. You can, hook up your goggles to the sides. You can, have what are they called? The headphone things that go on the inside of the helmet, and then they have the things right here. And they have a lot of accessories. Check out the Ghost Recon loadout video to see a whole lot more of this in action. And the gameplay, you can't really see the helmet or the Ghost Recon thing, but you can check out the action. And subscribe, because I'm so close to 700. I'm on the borderline. More fucking golfers, fuck's sake. Other than that, there's no metal. I smell popcorn in the backyard. Fucking piece of paper, motherfucker. It's close to this stuff, but for fuck's sake. And I'm only starting to make reviews on things oh fuck. And I don't need any extra pads on it. Jeez, this takes forever. Videos like this. So that's how you spread. Fuck, for fuck's sake! Maybe I want to do a little desert stuff, but for fuck's sake, man.